Surprise! Welcome to Comics Uno. You did not expect to see my face. Be honest, I know when you're telling the truth. It is I, Sam the Hammer Humphries, and I am here to talk with you about Creators for Comics. That's a hashtag, y'all, on Twitter. Creators for Comics, Creators number 4 Comics. Cat, give me a graphic right here. Creators for Comics is a campaign. It is Comics Pros. We are raising money to support comic book stores and indie bookstores who are suffering because of everything that is going on with the coronavirus. Stores do not have new stock. Some of them can't even be open. They are suffering. Some of them are dying. We cannot stand by and let that happen. Stores have supported all of us for years, and it is time for us to support them. What you get to do is amazing because you get to click on the hashtag, you get to scroll through all these auctions that pros are doing on Twitter, and you get to see some amazing, crazy, wild, creative, unique, special, one-of-a-kind items that pros are auctioning off. Everything from signed books to one-on-one video chats. I mean, more one-on-one than this, but all the money goes directly to stores that need help. This is amazing. I really want you to go right now. I really want you to check it out. Wait. After you finish watching this, I want you to go and I want you to check it out. Now, you didn't click here to see me. No, you did not. And because she is one of the hardest working people in comics, and because she never gets an introduction, I'm going to give her a proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one, the only, Cat Calamia! Love you all.
Thank you, Sam. I've never had an intro before, and I don't think that one's going to be topped. And thank you for explaining Creators for Comics, which is a really important movement going on right now to help support comic book retailers and your local comic book stores. So, to band together, the comic book industry are doing auctions to help raise money. And what I wanted to do to try to help spread the word, and I thank Sam for inviting me to do this, is a top 10 auction list. So what were my favorite auctions that are going on right now that you guys can bid up to April 20th, so you have a little bit of time. Now let's get started. First, I have a couple honorable mentions. First up is Sam Humphries' own auction, which is he's going to do a lesson of how to break into the comic book industry with your own comic. And also, one thing I'll mention, all these links to the auctions are in the description below if you want to go check them out. So they're all in one place. Another honorable mention is Mitch Strange Adventures Issue 2. So this is a book that has not come out yet, and he has a one page of original artwork that you can get with that auction. Another cool one is with Peter J. Tomasi, who is the screenwriter of Justice League Death of Superman, and he's giving away his script for Death of Superman. So if you are an upcoming screenwriter or just a movie junkie, this is a great thing to have in your collection. And last but not least for the honorable mentions is Stephen Brine, who would do a digital commission for you for whatever character you would like, which is a very thoughtful thing to do. Now let's get into the top 10. So number 10 for me is Kelly Thompson's auction going on right now, and Kelly is giving away a Jeff sketch. So if you don't know who Jeff is, man, go read Deadpool or West Coast Avengers because he's one of the best new characters at Marvel, and he is a land shark. Yes, a land shark. He's kind of like a combination of a dog and a shark. And Kelly Thompson has done a couple of sketch covers with Jeff, and this one is adorable, so go check that out. And then also 5 variant covers of Deadpool, including a rare David Finch black and white cover. So if you're a Deadpool fan, a Kelly Thompson fan, but most importantly, if you're a Jeff the Land Shark fan, definitely go check that one out. Moving on to number 9, which is David Pepozzi's critique that he's giving away. So David is actually editor over at Newsarama and also a comic book writer himself with Spencer and Locke and many other titles. And he's been in the game for 10 plus years being a comic book critic, so why not go check out this auction so you can get help on your own comic if you're trying to pitch around. I think this is a really valuable auction because he comes from both places as a journalist and also as a comic book writer himself. Moving on to number 8, which is Patrick, the showrunner of Harley Quinn, and he's giving away a lot of stuff. So I also tried to bring in some media / comic book things, because everyone has different tastes. So Patrick is giving away a Harley Quinn script, which is signed by Kaylee Cuoco herself, which is the voice actress for Harley Quinn and also Penny from Big Bang Theory. Then he's also giving away a Harley statue, which is based on the TV show, and I actually have never seen this statue before, so it's kind of cool to have a Harley statue based in the animation of that show. And then we have a Zoom conversation with Patrick himself. So if you are, again, maybe an upcoming TV writer or just want to talk comics, this is a really good opportunity to talk to a showrunner of Harley Quinn. Moving on to one that just has so much stuff in it, right? First of all, how generous are these creators to give away these things from their collection and put this up in auction? And this is Tom King's 13 hardcovers signed. That's not all. That is not all he's just giving away. He's giving away a con variant of Batman issue 1. Very rare. Also, we have a script of Batman and Fudd, which is one of his most popular comics. And then also, last but not least, we do have a sketch that he says is terrible. But come on, it's art. Nothing is terrible in art. So that is such a big bundle and such a generous bundle. If you need to catch up on some reading, you got some signed hard copies of some great work from Tom King. So I thought that was really cool, and that is number 7 on my list. Moving on to number 6. Now, again, I tried to be a little original with this list. I didn't want to just do comics. I didn't want to just do, TV-related stuff. I wanted to be completely original. And Leah Williams, man, this was original. So she's giving away, I think it's an hour on Skype, to also give a tour of her Animal Crossing house. And I thought that was brilliant, because obviously there's so many people playing Animal Crossing, and it's been a big way to bring community together as we are in quarantine right now. So I just had a good laugh on that, but also I'm like, that is so much fun and so creative. And obviously go, talk to Leah, who writes Mary Jane currently, which is a great series. Moving on to Jason Aaron. This is number 5, who's giving away an hour to be on your podcast. And Jason rarely does podcasts, so this is a really great auction, and you get to talk to Jason, who has done so many great stories, including his epic run on Thor. Now moving on to number 4, which this is a long list. This is Gail Simone giving away so much here. She's giving away some Birds of Prey comics, which is signed by her. We have a script of her own that she's giving away. So once again, if you're an upcoming comic writer and you want to know how to write a script, this is a perfect bid to have here. And that's signed. We have a crew shirt from the Birds of Prey movie, which is signed by the screenwriter. It does not stop there. Also, Gail was generous enough, and the actors of Birds of Prey were generous enough to give a Zoom call away from the actors that play Black Canary and Renee in that movie. And that's such a great, generous auction right there that has a mix of comics, has a mix of movies. It's all there for you guys. Go check that out. Moving on to number 3, which is Kelly Sue DeConnick, who has multiple auctions, but this one really grabbed me, and that is a virtual dinner with Brian Michael Bendis, Kelly, and also her husband, Matt Fraction, who are also best friends. So you know it's going to be a great talk between all 3 of them with some great chemistry, and also some brilliant writers over there who have written so many iconic comic books. So definitely bid on that one. Moving on to number 2, which is Scott Snyder. He is giving away a workshop, and he has also been a professor in colleges for writing, and he is going to teach you how to write a first issue for a comic book. So once again, upcoming comic book writers, there's so many great options here to talk to very talented people to help you break into the industry. And what's most important to break into the industry is having a good first issue and learning how to write a good first issue. So definitely go check that one out. Very generous, and you get to learn from the best. Now, number 1, man, I was shocked when I saw this. This is from Jeff Johns, who's so generous in his giving here. Now, there are 2 parts to this. Number 1, and first of all, if you want to, this one is not a tweet available. You have to contact creators for comics auctions at gmail.com if you want to enter for this bid. And number one, you get the original artwork of Batman Earth 1, which is stunning. Gary Frank's artwork blows my mind. And so you get that. That's right away. And then later, once quarantine is over, Jeff Johns is inviting you to LA and says that he would pay for your hotel as well to meet up with him in Burbank and go hang out with him, talk comics and TV at his writing studio. But it doesn't end there. You're going to have dinner with him and Sterling Gates, who currently writes for The Flash and has written many great DC comics, including Supergirl and Vibe, which you should go check out if you haven't. And you get to talk to both of them. That is crazy. Legends in DC Comics, in comics, you get to talk to and spend the day with. And then you get some art pieces from Gary Frank as well. So that was my number one pick. And to cap things off, I hope you go support all these awesome auctions and support the comic book industry. I also threw my hat in the ring, so I have an auction going on my Twitter where you can have a Skype call with me discussing comics. I create comics. Also, I'm a comic book journalist, so I work for Newsarama and DC Universe right now. I have bylines with IGN. I've worked for TV Guide, New York One, Fandom as well, so I've been in the industry for a little while. If you want to talk about journalism or just, shoot the breeze about comics, talk about the things we love, I do our Skype call for that. Also giving away first print runs of all the comics I have, so that I've published. We got Like Father, Like Daughter issue 1. Like Father, Like Daughter, issue 2. Issue 3. All signed. These are all first printings. And I will say 1 through 4 will not be printed again. I have the trade coming along, so that is going to be shipped to me, and I won't be printing any more of issue 1 through 4. And this dressing of the covers will not be existing anymore either, so these are literally very limited editions of these comics. So issue 5 I have, and then issue 1 of They Call Her the Dancer. Again, dressing is going to be different with the next printing, and then The Dancer issue 2. So go check out those and check out the auction. Hopefully you guys can go help out. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much, Sam, for coming on and again asking me to do this and having that great intro and doing this. Thank you for putting this all together. It's a brilliant idea, and I just love seeing the comic book industry come together. It's just so beautiful, and it just shows why we love to be part of this industry and why we love to be part of comics and read comics. It's just such a special place to be. So hopefully you guys support and enjoyed this video. Thanks, guys. Bye.